All right, we just walked in the front door here. To our immediate left is a hall closet. Directly in front is the living room. Nice 9-foot ceilings. Living room's about, I would say 12 by 14. It's got a fireplace. It's really clean. Don't know if it operates though, but looks like it would be only wood burning. Looks like there's an old line coming in that's been cut right there, if you can see it. I've got the return vent here. This beam is, you can tell, just several 2x6s. Feels like white pine that were pressed together, similar to your dining room table that you had up in Washington. Cool ice box there. So go back to the front door here. Immediately to your right is the dining room. So I'm going to walk in here. It's kind of an interesting layout. So dining room is right here, right off the kitchen. Looks like there's a door to the back there. Pros and cons of the kitchen. It is kind of quirky because it's got an interesting pitch in the ceiling that's exposed. It's got a soffit here. It's drywall. It's not a painted beam. Cabinets are kind of low quality. Same style as what was up in Long Creek, the shaker style, but these are like a, I don't know, like a Home Depot kind of off the shelf kind of thing. Fridge, it's a Frigidaire, probably about less than 5 years old. Don't know if this is going to be what sells with it. A little bit of rust in there, dent on the door. Glass shelves, kind of dirty, but it'll clean up all right. Built-in shelves here, no doors on them. There's a cable outlet and a plug up there. Kitchen counters are like a preformed Formica. You can see the pattern there. It's like a brownish gray pattern. Nice view out the back window there. Well house there. It's like a cistern or some kind of holding tank back there in the distance. We'll take a look at that. Kind of view out there to the tree line. So here's the dining room again. That door comes off the front door, so we're going to turn here and go out this door. So that's the hallway back to the living room there. Laundry room here. Duct from the dryer goes up to the roof. Nice shelving unit. Water heater is, I can't find the year on it. Definitely not brand new, but it's in pretty decent shape. Sorry. Walk back around here. Here's the hall bathroom. So straight ahead the toilet. To the left is the vanity. Nice cultured marble sink and counter with undermount sink there. New shower. Looks like the surround might be newish. Tub is definitely in decent shape. Could be cleaned. But otherwise decent. Another window out to the back there. One thing I noticed is it's got really thick walls, like an 8-inch exterior wall there. So we'll come back through. I'm going to turn right to the master bedroom. This is interesting. It's got drywall walls here. So drywall here. Got the closet with the air handler in it here. Big unit. No date on here. Might be, based on that serial number, might be 2016, I would imagine. Little bit of mold here, but probably just from the air coming through. And there's a little bit of a gap in the tape there, so it's probably a little bit of moisture coming back into the room if this is closed off. I'd probably put a vent at the bottom of this door. It's pretty decent. Got attic access up here. I've noticed a couple of those throughout the house. This is the big one with the stairs. This room is kind of small. If you can see, it's a queen bed. And it's taking up the majority of this wall with a doorway over there. And then you don't have too much room at the foot of the bed here to the wall. I would say it's, maybe 10 by 12 or so. You got wood paneling here. It's actually tongue and groove, 1 by 6, 1 by 8 cedar. So it's actually not wood paneling. It's a tongue and groove wood wall. That's pretty interesting, pretty cool. All right, so this looks like it used to be the exterior of the house. I can tell that the humidity is going way up when I walk out here. It's a bit of a step down into this room. This was definitely added on at some point. This used to be the outside because you can see the wall here is just as thick as an exterior wall. So this was added on. These tiles here might be asbestos. They might just be a fiberboard. I can't really tell, but I would definitely ask about that in the seller's declaration. This is probably, with the condenser out there, it's probably the chase for either the electrical for the condenser or maybe the Freon lines going to the air handler inside that closet. So it's just a little storage room. It's, probably 7 or 8 feet by 12 to 14 feet. Got another room here. And then a view out the back. I'm gonna go back into the house and show you the rest of the house. Okay, so I'm going back. Okay, again, the bathroom there, kitchen, laundry room, living room. Okay, so that means that it only has, unless I'm missing it, it only has one bathroom, which is this one straight ahead, and this bedroom here is the only bedroom inside the original house. This added on room here appears to be the second bedroom. There are no other rooms in the house. So because there's a closet there, they're considering it a bedroom. However, the only access to this bedroom is off of the master. Okay, I'm gonna sneak out the back here. This is one of, I believe, 2 doors leading out of the house. This may be the asbestos shingle here. The front of the house was hardy plank. This seems pretty well maintained. There's a lot of this plank here is on the back and both sides. So the front is that hardy.
That's hardy board.
Okay.
This is that asbestos.
Okay, so this extends to the side of the house as well. So this is 2-1.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, it's a 2-1. So those are the 2 bedrooms, the original bedroom with the wood wall, and then this add-on room in the back is considered the second bedroom. So we're gonna walk around the side of the house here. This is the back. That's the bathroom window there, kitchen window there. There's a propane tank. It's 80 or 100 pound or 80 or 100 gallon. No, you know what? That's not even that big. That's probably a 50 gallon. That's kind of tiny. But if it only is running maybe heat or the oven or something, there's probably not a lot of draw on that. HughesNet internet satellite here. Got a little deck off of the kitchen with a patio set. So again, you can see the asbestos here, hardy plank here, but then top of the gable is still that asbestos. Looks like it's caulked pretty well, painted pretty well. There is some chipping at the very bottom of the tiles, but if that's been painted over, that might be okay. There's some repair done right above it, but it looks like maybe weed whacker hit it at some point or something, but it's not terrible. Couple little cracks, like there's one here that's been repaired. You can see that. Some gaps underneath the window, not terrible, but they're still, well caulked, well maintained. Anything else that you saw when you were walking out back? There's a well house here, water supply coming out the back. What do you think this is? Is this an old cellar that's been covered over? Is this a septic access? There's like a box that's covered with roofing paper, like a gravel paper, some kind of a vent. Is it hinged? We need to lift it. It's hinged.
There's something that keeps something out. Okay.
Can't really tell what that is. There's some chain leading down to it.
Here, hold it up. Ooh, that's
Like an old root cellar?
I don't know what it is, but
Oh, that goes down really far. It might be an old well that's been covered up. Because right next to this hole is the newer well house here.
it's just got valves and stuff. Change the direction. I don't see a pump or anything.
Interesting.
That's something to do with the well.
Okay, yeah, so definitely the well house with the main water line coming in. It may be on city water.
It is on city water.
Okay, so that's the city water coming in, and they just closed up the well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's no closet in the master bedroom, and they got the exhaust pipe on the dryer going up
To the roof. Yes.
It's going to clog up.
Oh yeah.
And there's a risk of fire.
Yeah. If you heard that, I'm going to repeat it because the traffic's pretty bad out here. The vent for the dryer is going up to the roof, and there is a risk of fire because the air coming out of the dryer would have to push the lint up, and as you can tell, there is some clogging there at the dryer vent right outside.
There's virtually no crawl space.
There's no crawl space under the house.
The vents are blocked.
The vents to the crawl space are blocked.
So
That's a good point.
I suspect crawl space problems.
Yep.
Moisture.
Yep.
I suspect no insulation in the floor, so it's going to be cold in the winter.
Good point. Good point. And if you heard Danny a moment ago, there's no closet in the master. That's probably because they needed to move the air handler inside the house. So they took up the master closet in order to put the air handler there.
That would have to be your closet.
Say that again?
That little room would have to be your closet.
Yeah, there's a closet in that second bedroom about 5 minutes ago in the video. That's the only closet in the house. And of course the hall closet in the beginning. Very small opening, 2 foot by maybe 12, 14 inches.
There's a lot of moisture in there. That soil is very wet.
I can
and
see
damp.
that. Yeah, there's a lot of moisture under the house. The lack of ventilation is not allowing the moisture to escape from underneath it. So there is a risk of mold under there. So that's probably what's causing a lot of the mold, or leading to a lot of the mold inside that closet, because there's not a lot of ventilation there. A lot of bee activity in the back with those bee boxes. There are 3, 4, 5 total back there. So again, the outbuildings, there's a well house there.
I've got the light on this side of it from here.
On this white building here? Okay, there's a white building here. It's probably 16 by 18, 20, 16 by 20, something like that. So we'll go into this first building here.
There's a bunch of beekeeping equipment in there.
Okay, so it looks like there was a roll-up door here, or at least maybe one of those tilt-up doors here at one point. So I'm going to go ahead and open this door. A lot of beekeeping equipment in here. Thank you, sir. Gravel floor. It's not a poured concrete slab. A lot of storage. Very damp smelling in here. Not a lot of ventilation. There's some soffit ventilation around where the roof meets the top of the wall. It's really, really damp smelling in here. Not awful, but it's definitely not as ventilated as a building needs to be. This is really just some outdoor storage for sure. Go ahead after you. So we'll go back out. And we'll go to... Okay, we're leading out towards the back side of the property. There's some muscadine vines here. Is that what you were pointing at?
I think it's scupperdine.
Scupperdine?
Scupperdine.
Scuffadine?
There's muscadine and scupperdine.
Oh yeah, these are a lot bigger than muscadines.
Yeah,
They're about the size of a decent cherry, like a Rainier cherry.
Yeah, they'll be ready about a week.
Yeah, I bet the bees love those. So again, the bee boxes are over there. So this is looking at the back side of the property. The road is at my back. These barns are actually really cool looking.
Yeah, I like the barns. This one here is in good condition.
Yeah, this one here is...
And it's dry on the inside.
Yeah, they said it's dry on the inside, missing a downspout there on the gutter. A little bit of... You can tell that there were some repairs done to some of these here. The purlins look to be in pretty good shape, but the rafters, it looks like there was a beam going across here at one point, or maybe these rafters were repurposed from another building. Those were scabbed on later. You can tell that's newer wood coming out of there. But here's like a little carriage house. It's not big enough for a car, but it's, you know, decent size. Some storage up ahead, a lot of wasp nests up here. But it's pretty cool. We're gonna go inside this building now. So there's 2 doors. Oh, they look like old horse, maybe some horse barns. So you got 1 bay in here. There is power with the light there. Goes up to the roof, so you got some upstairs storage, but just some racks, not plywood or anything. But you got 1 bay here. It is on a raised foundation, and there is some bad spots in that floor there. But it's dry. It does not smell damp at all because of the ventilation from the open part. And you go in here, and we've got same kind of spot, little ante room here with some shelves. And you keep going a little bit further, and it's getting really dark in here, but it's just another bay. Got some chicken wire across the ceiling height area right here. Interesting place for a rope. You know, some storage, but it's all definitely outside storage, like a garage type space. So we're gonna continue on to the back here again towards the back side of the property. I would imagine that that gate there is the property line, but we will check. So it goes back around here. It's got a little, maybe a little chicken run or something back here, a little fenced in area. Maybe it's a, you know, looks like it could be used for chickens, goats maybe. A little opening there leading to the big part of the barn, a little covered area in the lean-to here. This has got to be the oldest building on the property. Coming around here to the entrance. Oh yeah, this is quite old, but a really cool building.
There's a livestock in here like that.
Yeah, definitely livestock. So you got like a log cabin feel with the construction of this building, you know, logs stacked on top of each other. A lot of daylight coming through these walls, so it's definitely not watertight storage.
There's an old outhouse back here.
So you got 1, 2, 3 bays on this side, 1, 2, 3 bays on this side. Again, this is probably like a chicken pen or a goat pen. It's got chicken wire all covering all of the openings, and then it leads out to that
I'll let you
lean-to. Coming out the back side of this building. So this building is a pass-through. Got 1 door on that side leading out to this one. Maybe an old hayloft up there, but it's covered up with a door. Turn back around. There's an outhouse here. We're gonna take a chance and open the door. Anybody in there? No. Oh yeah, it's
Cool.
interesting. It's got the toilet seat. I'm not gonna lift that up, but it looks like it hasn't been occupied in a while.
Yeah.
Quite old.
Gotta take a picture of that.
Again, this fence runs along this side here. This can't be 5 acres, so it's got to extend somewhere. Maybe this pasture is included over here, but we'll check the plat. So this will be, again, the road is there, going left to right. So this is going to be the back side of the property here. It's kind of grown up, but it's not awful. It could be bush hogged pretty easily. Relatively flat, maybe a good garden spot. So yeah, so this is the back corner of the fenced in part of the property here, looking back towards the front of the house. Can't really see it, but you got the other building there. Looks like this used to be a garden. It's fenced in with some deer fencing here. Something's just growing up, you know, just some weeds or something now. It's not awful. Got some firewood here, and you keep texting me, so I'm gonna stop it here in a second, but from here you can see the house up there on the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop it for now.